All right, are we good? Welcome everyone. Thank you guys all so much for stopping by. As always, my name is Eli with Pokémon USA. As I've mentioned many times before, but for those who are new to the channel, welcome of course. Tuesdays and Thursdays are our Q&A days, where basically for those who wanted to ask questions in the general comment section for the videos we post Monday, Wednesday, Friday, this is your opportunity to have me answer those, since I don't usually have time to go through and answer each comment individually. But just want to give a shout out to everyone who is currently here right now as we get things rolling on. If you don't already know, we do weekly giveaways each and every week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday are the days in which you can comment and like, as well as, of course, be subscribed to enter in. Since you can comment and like on each of those days, it allows you for 3 entries. And then on top of that, we give away 8 Brilliant Star booster packs to 3 different winners. So 3 different ways to enter and 3 different ways to win. So you've got pretty high odds. And then once we hit 2,500 subs, then we're going to be giving away 12. Yeah, let's just jump right into some of the comments. Shout out to everyone here so far. Derek, I'm glad to see you here. God, I'm definitely stoked you finally made it. I was thinking about you last time. I was like, oh, Derek didn't make it. What the frick, dude? What's he doing? But glad you're able to make it this time around. Obviously, you got caught up with work. Shout out to John as well for being here. Also one of the OGs. So, Cheetown, what's up, Cheetown? How we doing, brother? So glad you guys are here. And then Chris, what's up, Chris? Congrats on finally making the live stream, bro. But one of the things I did wanted to comment on, Derek said I was in and out. I was watching Moon Knight at the same time. That's so funny. I'm also watching Moon Knight because I'm a huge Marvel fan. So I think the series so far is good. I was expecting episode 1 to be better than 2, and so far it's kind of what I predicted. But mainly because episode 1 has a lot more mystery, and season 2 is kind of the setup. Or sorry, episode 2 is kind of the setup. And then episode 3. Wow, I keep saying season. Episode 3 I heard is gonna be crazy, and same with 4. But what's up, Agent? How we doing? You did not miss anything at all, brother. You just got here. Catch him. What's up? My God, thanks for stopping by. TT, what do you think about the Arceus collector's bundle? What are you referencing when you say the Arceus collector's bundle? Are you talking about like the spring thing? Arceus collectors. The Arceus collector's bundle. You're talking about this item specifically? That is a great question. I mean, well, let's take a look first and foremost and see what's in it. So inside of it, it's got 2 Brilliant Star, a Fusion Strike, a Evolving Skies, and then 3 battle styles. Yikes. Includes 7 booster packs, 3 promo cards, and more. If I were to guess what the more means, colorful coin, sticker sheets. I mean, honestly, what I've learned about these items specifically, it comes down to the packs. And considering the fact of the matter that 3 of them are battle styles packs, I'm not the biggest fan of them. Obviously, they have the 3 promo cards, but you can easily go out and buy those promo cards. And I know that some of the older, like, premium ones that did have the promos are still sitting under $1. So I think personally speaking, I passed on them. But of course, if people like them, even with the pack selection, then by all means, I'm wrong, but I don't think I know. I pulled the Umbreon VMAX Altar, but don't know what to do with him. Hey, bro, why are you getting a sad face on that, bro? That is crazy, considering the fact that you pulled one. Should I sell high or should I hold? I mean, honestly speaking, you can go one of 2 ways, Derek. You can either sell it right now while it's at a really high point, or it's at its peak is what we can presume, or you just wait until we hear word of a reprint for Evolving Skies and then just sell it right before the reprint. Either one of 2 ways is how you can go it. What's up, old man Pokemon? Thanks for stopping by. And the centering is off, so won't we get it mint 10? Then yeah, that's how I would go. No, there are no battle styles. Then why does it show that there's battle styles in the image? What's actually in these? Can anyone answer what's actually in the Arceus collector's bundle? I mean, we can watch a video real quick and then see what's actually inside of them, but that's exactly what the image is showing. Here, let's mute this. Okay, you're showing an image, but you're not actually showing what's inside. Love to see it. So, okay, so what's in it then? I think this person looks like they're opening it. Okay, so it does. So what are the packs? The packs are... Oh, is that... Hold on one second. They had it for us. So it's Vivid Voltage, Vivid Voltage, Vivid Voltage, Brilliant Star, Brilliant Star. Okay, so it's Brilliant Star instead of Battle Style. I mean, that's better, but I don't think Vivid Voltage is going to carry it. So that's kind of my biggest thing, is I don't think Vivid Voltage is going to carry it, because Vivid Voltage prices, as it currently stands right now, are still super cheap when we're talking about Pokemon packs. I mean, we can take a look right now and just go pack, and then go to Pokemon, and then we can go to low to high. But obviously Battle Styles is going to be the cheapest, but I think that, I could be 100% wrong, but I think it's going to go Fusion probably, then Chilling Reign, then Vivid Voltage, probably, if you were to rank it from cheapest. Yeah. Battle Styles, Fusion, Chilling Reign. Wow, I was almost perfect. Darkness is slightly cheaper, but look at the price difference in the packs. I guess there's a decent difference, but I mean, are you really going to say you're going to get more value from a pack that's going to be 80 cents more? I mean, it's nice that you've got Vivid Voltage booster packs, but I don't think it's going to carry, personally speaking, so that's all I would say. But I'm on. What's up, brother? Eli, happy Thursday. Thanks for the stream. Hey, thanks for stopping by, brother. It wouldn't be a stream without you guys. But yeah, no, I already answered Derek's question, obviously. Either sell now or wait for the reprint and sell right before then. Look at Jake's video. Oh, yeah, well, yeah, it's 3. Yeah. So obviously we made the clarification. What do you think about the new alt arts from Astral minus Champions? I think they look horrible. The Pokemon drawn too small. The scene isn't good enough to make up for it, is what Adrian says. Well, let's take a look at it right now so we can really have a conversation about it. I don't know about this, man. I think this looks beautiful, personally speaking. I think the alternate art, and I'm not a big fan of Beedrill. Well, that's a lie. I would say if we're talking bug Pokemon, Beedrill is one of my favorites. But it's not one of those cards I'm like, oh my god, I need a Beedrill in a set. Like, I don't think about that. But when you're talking about alternate arts, it's a beautiful card, personally speaking. I think the Sneasel, with it looking all over the Galar region, I think that's absolutely gorgeous as well. So I don't know why you're not a big fan of it. And then I think the kind of look of the distortion within the way in which they're representing Palkia being the space Pokemon, I think it's a pretty unique and creative design. I think it's actually gorgeous, personally speaking. I think the Palkia card itself looks absolutely dumb. I mean, I think that Palkia looks so stupid with the different variations, but I think the artwork, somehow they managed to make it look cool. Also, I want to make another point. I love this Golden Temple of Sinnoh. I think this is such a gorgeous card. I think it's so cool looking. And then Path to the Peak. I mean, look at that. That's such a beautiful design for a Path to the Peak card. Dialga, on the other hand, it's got like a very like luminescence of like time as well. I mean, because it has this in the background and you're seeing like the different phases as well as the clouds that are very rainbowish. I think the design on that's cool. Machamp is fine. I mean, I get they're doing like a sketch kind of style. The Machamp is fine. I do like the Lilligant better. Honestly speaking, I think the Machamp regular V looks cleanest of all of the Machamp artworks. But I don't see the hate for it. I don't understand why people are hating on it. I think people are just spending too much time trying to compare it to Brilliant Star. And because of that, everyone's like really just hating on the set. But you also have to take into consideration too that we currently only have 8 character rares that have been shown. And there's going to be 22 more. And I'm just saying, if you take a look at the character rares from VMAX Climax that haven't been listed, I mean, there's going to be one more than likely out of 22. You got to imagine. They're going to throw in a Pikachu, or they're going to throw in a Charizard, or they're going to throw in a Rayquaza. One of those 3 cards is anchor cards, and if you throw one of those in the set, then it's going to help carry the set, in my personal opinion. I could be wrong, and they could just throw a bunch of garbage, but it just makes no sense to me. So I personally don't see the hate. I think the designs are gorgeous on a lot of the alternate arts. But the real question is, do I think this set right now is amazing? I think it's a good set. I think just first look. So sorry about that, guys. Hold on one quick second about that. Give me one quick second. Oh my goodness gracious. Silent mode is on. I can't believe I forgot to put my phone on silent. I am so sorry about that, guys. Oh, whoopsie daisy. Didn't mean to do that. But as far as it goes, I think that Brilliant Star so far is a better set, but also, to be fair, the reason why I think so far it is a better set is because Brilliant Star has all of the 30 character rares revealed, and we know what's in the set, and some of the character rares are really good, but we don't know what all the character rares are in this set, so it could potentially end up being a lot better. So who knows? Only time will tell. But do you think we will see a reprint of Astral or Darkness Ablaze or Vivid Voltage booster boxes before they go out of rotation, or do you think the best timing would be right now? Yeah, I don't think we have that happen. Nope, not at all. I mean, I was a huge advocate telling you guys not that long ago, like back in, I want to say November, October, that I said more than likely we're going to get reprints for Darkness and Vivid Voltage, and we ended up getting those reprints. But that was because I believed, as I've mentioned many times before, these are sets that are in rotation for the current standard format of competitive play. They've already gotten their reprints. They're probably not going to get another reprint. Plus, especially considering the fact that we just had a Darkness Ablaze ETB reprint and we're about to have a Vivid Voltage one in May, it makes zero sense to why they would do that. If anything, they're going to probably do a reprint, if they were to do one, of course. Take everything I say with a grain of salt. They would do a reprint probably for Sword and Shield base set and Rebel Clash. Those are the ones I would presume, but who knows. I think that as far as it stands right now, we haven't really had a bunch of kind of news of reprints other than the ETBs, like booster box reprints. We haven't had one outside of a new set release since literally November or December. So it's been like 4 months now, I think. So you got to assume they're going to have one pretty soon here, considering, when we've had such a dead period of not getting product. I think the Pokemon company's got some up their sleeve, because for those people that remember, literally last time we were in kind of a dry spell where we weren't getting any sort of reprints on items, and they reprinted everything all at once. Yeah, of course, Derek, no problem. Just ordered Astral Blister Case 5 at $2.99 a pack. Nice, dude. Thinks it's an amazing deal? No, I think that's a great deal. Shout out to you, J Fun. What does the ETB Darkness Ablaze reprint have a different color? Wait, why does the Darkness Ablaze ETB reprint have a different color red? What do you mean by that? A different color red? Can you show an example of what you mean by that? I didn't know it had a different one. Alternate arts and tag team cards are the best thing to happen for Pokemon, in my opinion. I agree. I love them. For the Beedrill, I can say that the paint for the meadows is pretty dull. The flowers aren't drawn green or gray either. Really? Man, I think you're being harsh, my guy. I mean, it depends on what your expectation is. Because the purpose of the way in which they drew it is, if you look at all the other cards, they're supposed to be a kind of sketch art design. Like, if you look at how it is, it's supposed to be a hand-drawn, like, pencil sketch, which I don't think you're looking at it from a different perspective. And I think the best example is the Machamp. The Machamp literally looks like someone took it with a pencil and they drew it. If you're not a fan of that kind of art design, then I can understand you not liking it. But I definitely am a big fan of it, because I think it's a lot better than a lot of the CGI designs. I think when you take a look at this kind of stuff, what it reminds me of the most is the Cramorant promo card, which has that very similar sketch design. And that's what I like about it so much, is because I am a big fan of that kind of artwork that looks like it's been hand-drawn. So you take a look at cards like this. This looks like a card that was sketched out. And I love sketched out card designs. I'm also a big fan of the claymation. I think claymation designs are really gorgeous. I'm not a big fan of the CGI designs, currently speaking. And so this is them just going a direction of, kind of going a lot more hand sketched. So if you're not a big fan of that, then I can understand you not liking it, because it's not going to pop out as much as you're going to see with a lot of, the kind of, graphic design you can have if it was, digitally rendered. But when you're talking about the overall direction in which they're going with the alternate arts, I think it's cool, and I think it's unique, and it's something a little bit different. But it's, that's just my personal opinion. Palkia, I have no idea why they used checkers. I'm assuming they're making a play on chess, but it makes absolutely no sense. I mean, as far as it goes, it's supposed to be he's the knight. So he's supposed to be the rook, because obviously he's a horse card, and so he's a horse, and so it's supposed to be he's the rook. That's the design on it. I mean, it makes sense to me. The Machamp is the only card that stylistically looks good. That's so funny. But I mean, yeah, I get your criticisms. I just think you have to look at it from the lens of what you're kind of looking for in a card. I look at it a little differently. I really like the Palkia one. Reminds me of MC Esther's Relativity. Well, that was literally what they were going for. And I mean, look at the top comment for literally the comment section. It's literally saying the MC Esther painting. And then we can take a look and see MC Esther. Let's see if we can find it. Yeah, it's supposed to be something like this. That's supposed to be like kind of the depiction of it. I think that I think it's really cool, personally speaking. That's the kind of sense of artwork they're trying to be going. And that's why I like it so much. It has that very much distortion. I think it's cool. But obviously not everyone's going to agree. Machamp sets are always hated, so $90 booster box, here we go. But it's not a Machamp set, Dark. I mean, that's the thing. Just saying that because it has a Machamp in it doesn't mean it's a Machamp set. Like, I just don't get it. Like, the set is supposed to be centered around the origin forms of Dialga and Palkia. And I think both those forms are great. Now, as I've mentioned many times before, do I think they're going to carry a set like an Arceus or a Charizard? Of course not. No, not at all. Like, I think that Arceus and Charizard, as I've said many times before, are stronger cards, not to mention the fact, especially Charizard. Charizard's the strongest of all when you're talking about carrying sets. But by all means, I mean, the alternate arts are still gorgeous in the set. The real question is just going to come down to what are the anchor cards going to be for the character rares? Because once again, if we take a look at character rares that we could still throw in the set, there's a wide array of character rares to choose from, and we're going to get 22 more. We've only had 8 revealed, and we're going to get 22 more. So you take your pick on which one we could potentially get. We could potentially get a Charizard. That'll be an absolute game changer if we do end up getting a Charizard. I think Blaziken will be good, but it won't be as good as, say, like a Pikachu if we get a Pikachu VMAX, and that's a VMAX card, right? This is just a character card. This is a VMAX character card, which is even different. Then you can also say, okay, well, what if we get a Rayquaza? Rayquaza is also one of those cards that could perform super duper strong. So it's like the alt designs, like the art designs that they could really throw in could really change the game. Not to mention as well, you talk about any of these golden cards, a golden Pikachu or a Rayquaza would do well. I think Mew would do well, but it's not going to hold the same value, more than likely based off what we've seen with Fusion, but who knows, I could be wrong. I mean, but just think about it, dude. If literally this Charizard gets thrown in right now in the set, it changes everything. Because it's a Charizard, and even the crappy sets that have Charizards are gonna do amazing. Like, literally, you can't look at a set that hasn't had a main hitter with a Charizard and saying, this set has not performed well. Like, it's just a fact. Like, and so you have to, like, people need to wait for the character rares to come out before you really make your full assumption of the set, for those people that are hating on it. But what's up, Patrick? How we doing, brother? MC Esther, indeed. Yeah, I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. I forgot to put my phone on silent too, no worries. Yeah, bro, that's totally my bad, because you use my iPhone 13 Pro for when I do the stream, because the camera quality is just really nice. I mean, I'm a bit disappointed, but you're just attributing my opinions mindless hate. It's kind of insulting. Well, I'm sorry, Adrian. I'm not trying to insult you in any way. That's not it. I apologize if I'm coming off insulting in any single way. I do apologize for that. I'm just saying that, and I'm not saying your hate is mindless. That's not at all what I'm saying. I'm just saying, and hear me out on this, because I'm not, like I said before, if I'm just saying you're being a hater first and foremost, then I wouldn't have omitted to the fact of the matter that I said you have a point. I understand the point that you're making. If you don't like these type of card designs, then that 100% makes sense why you don't like the set. It's a different card design for the alternate arts. I'm just saying that I personally like the designs. But that doesn't mean that it's going to be an amazing set because I like the art designs, and it doesn't mean that it's going to be a terrible set because you don't like the art designs. That's what I'm saying. And like I said, I apologize if it came off in any way that I'm insulting you, because that is not the impression I'm trying to give off. I'm just saying they went a different direction with the art style, and I understand the direction that they went. And so for that reason, I can appreciate it because I grew up liking the sketch cards. I grew up liking the Play-Doh kind of design cards. If that's something that you don't like or you didn't grow up with, maybe you did and you didn't like it, whichever way, like that's okay, dude. That doesn't mean that you're wrong or I'm right. All that it means is they just went a different direction and I just have a different opinion of it. And that's not to discredit why you don't like it. And I don't want you to feel that way. Like I said before, I apologize if that's the way it's coming off. So all I'm saying is that people are, the only time I'm saying that there is any sort of, pre-notion of hate is the fact of the matter that people haven't taken in the character rares into consideration, and people are jumping the gun in that regards. Now you can say, I think the set sucks right now, but I'm going to keep my reserves for the character rares. But people are already saying it's going to be a dud before we even know what the other 22 character rares are going to be, and then obviously it's going to play a huge factor. But that's just what I'm saying. Kevin says it's like blood red versus inferred like Nike. Interesting, I didn't know that. John says, how do you think Celebrations will perform compared to Hidden Fates? I think Hidden Fates will probably perform better, but Celebrations is also one of those collectible specialty sets. Ooh, that's a great question. I think Hidden Fates will probably perform better, but also, to be fair, it's really hard to say because we know the history of what Hidden Fates is, and people say Hidden Fates is one of the best sets of all time, but people don't say Celebrations is one of the best sets of all time. So I'm going off of really a narrative. And it's had multiple reprints on the ETBs compared to the Pokemon Center exclusive ETB, so it's really hard to say. Print's going to play a different factor, but I would still say I do think that Hidden Fates is going to perform better. Where do you think we go from alternate arts? We can't get any more detailed, so backwards maybe? I mean, I think this is where we go. I think we just go different designs on alternate arts. I think that's kind of the direction we're going to go. It has less to do with the direction of going with alternate arts and more to do with the direction on how they're going to make the depictions for it. So, I mean, it looks like I said before, they're going a little bit of a sketch direction, so who knows? They could go a completely different method in regards to how they're going to be really drawing it. And if people don't like the sketch designs, then obviously you could see alternate arts not be as popular, but I think this is the very beginning of it, so who knows. I know when Battle Styles first came out, people liked the alternate art, but people hated Battle Styles because the set itself was kind of a dud, so who knows, man. I mean, this is just the first kind of direction of it. Ben says, I'm struggling to convince myself with the money for Celebrations Ultra Premium, so I'll stick with my guns, then a couple more Celebrations ETVs, that Pokemon Center UK. Yeah, man, I mean, honestly, Ben, I think it's definitely one of those things where if you're trying to say long-term you want to invest, then I don't think picking up a ton of them at this price point makes sense logistically because there's so much more value otherwise. But if you're like, I want to pick up one just to have it as part of the collection, I can see that, especially considering the value you're going to be getting in it. Also, Pokemon Center exclusive Evolving Skies ETBs too. Yeah, I get that. Professor, artist here. The flower is probably less detailed so that it can focus more on the subjects, which are the Beedrills. If it's too busy, then it'll be too chaotic to the eyes. Hey, there you go, Professor, bringing in a perspective. Sad, what's up, Sad? How you doing, brother? Thanks for stopping by. Kevin Clear, it's a play on the picture where the stairs go everywhere upside down. Yeah, no, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I like this shout out to Still in the Side Town from Sword and Shield Machamp's alt art. Yeah, no, I 100% see what you're saying. That's exactly where my mind went with that too. No, it's cool. I like the artwork they're doing, the designs. Really hoping the chonky Pikachu and Rayquaza VMAX Black and Gold cards come in English sets. There's some cool alt arts confirmed, but there's a lot of meh ones. Yeah, I 100% get what you're saying on that one, Gaming. This set looks mid. Honestly, Sad, it's too early to call, but I definitely would say, as I've mentioned many times before, just looking at it one for one, I do think Astral Radiance is not nearly as good as the set Brilliant Star, but of course. Really depends on what gold cards and CSR they put in the set. 100% agree with that one. Yeah, that'll really be that'll see, that's the thing, man. I'm very much the type of person that will give input on what I think about certain things, but I will still hold my reserves on what I think about the set overall because I think it's too early to call. You know what I mean? There's got to be a full-on evidence of what we see in the set before I can call it bad. Because if I say this set is garbage, this set's going to suck, and then all of a sudden they come out with the Charizard or they come out with the Rayquaza, then that's going to change the set completely, and then all of a sudden I do a 180 and I look like an idiot not knowing what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? So I want to hold my reserves before I start calling this an absolute dud, because I do think that the Dialga and Palkia, although I like the art designs, I don't think they're going to carry a set. I just don't see them carrying a set like like a Charizard and an Arceus. Aren't there full art trainers in the subset as well? Yeah, no, 100%. There are going to be full art trainers, and we can take a look at the full art trainers that are going to be in it. These are the ones that have yet to be revealed. A lot of the Sword and Shield, characters that have yet to be shown. So these are going to kind of be the ones that we could potentially see. So, but need tag team Ray and Eevee. Yeah, right, dude. Tag team, man. I miss tag team. Tag teams was pretty cool. Once they put Pikachu V and VMAX Trainer Gallery cards in, everyone's going to change their mind about the set and eat it up. I mean, that's if they do that. If they do that, I do agree with you, Zachary, 100%. I feel like it's going to follow the theme of the set and maybe be a Rayquaza, be either Rayquaza or a Mew. That's a good question. I mean, it's potentially possible they could do that. I definitely hope if they were to go that direction, they do go Rayquaza or Charizard or Pikachu, because they need some. This set is definitely gonna need some help. I would say Darkness Ablaze, since the only valuable card is Zard, but it's only $40. Surprise, the booster box are still $120. It's because, once again, Frack, sorry. Just because the set itself sucks doesn't mean that it's gonna not perform well, because it has a Charizard, and that really just goes to the point of this set could absolutely look like a bomb, and then they throw a Charizard and boom, all of a sudden this is a great set. Sets do well with Charizards, man. It's the dumbest thing, but sets do well with Charizards. So that's the thing with Darkness Ablaze. It's a terrible set when you take away the Charizard, but it's got the Charizard, so people will like it. I'm surprised they haven't released all the Astral cards to build more hype before the release. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing, man. I 100% agree. I think that there's something that the Pokemon company is doing. They're going backwards, honestly, in my personal opinion, and not backwards in the way in which you might think. Backwards in the aspect of, we just are really confused what's going on with the Pokemon company right now, because I think I mentioned it before, and it will be more on Friday's video, but I got 50% less of the allocations for Astral Radiance than I did for Brilliant Star. So the overall print, and I've heard other other people talk about their distributors giving them 50% less product, so it really does confuse me why I got so much less product, because we've been just waiting since, Brilliant Star, which obviously it came out into February, so it's been a month, but this is a 3-month gap where we haven't heard really any crazy news in regards to the set, having not enough time to print a ton of product, or they've been busy reprinting other booster boxes. So it really does kind of confuse me. I think backwards was the wrong way of putting it, but it's definitely one of these things where the Pokemon company's doing things that are very mysterious, to say the least. So John, yeah, I wish they would have released everything early to give more hype, but so far it's been really last second. And even when it comes to new releases for Japan, they usually release everything on Monday, but they released it on Wednesday, so they were 2 days late to that. So I don't know what's going on. Have you ever thought of doing tier list videos? I have thought about doing that, Edwin. I think the problem with doing tier list videos, I thought about it. God, that's a hard one. I think the reason why I haven't fully done tier list videos with Pokemon is because it's so much opinion based. Compared to like a video game where you can actually say, like, I know that, for example, Pokemon Unite, you can do tier lists for Pokemon Unite on what the strongest Pokemon is, because you can typically know by meta and then what characters get the most kills, support types, heals. Like, you can go off the statistics for that. But in regards to the best Pokemon, I could say that Evolving Sky is one of the best sets of all time, but someone that grew up in the WotC era will say, well, no, that's completely garbage. I think Neo Destiny is the best set of all time. Like, it's going to be completely different based off of what people kind of grew up with and the emotions and their favorite characters. So that's where it's kind of hard. I've thought about it, but like I said, there's too much opinion involved, which is why I've kind of stayed away from it. Doing a tier list for the best Sword and Shield sets or popular Pokemon sets that sell the most. I've thought about it, and honestly, if it's something that you guys want me to do, then I could totally look into it. I love the new sketch designs. Yeah, I think they're great too, old man. Pokemon needs to double down on hand drawing alternate arts. It's a game changer. I do think it's pretty cool. Sleepy T-Tar, hella underrated. I agree. I absolutely love the Sleepy T-Tar. The Beedrill looks more watercolor than painted. Let's take a look at it again and see. Then painted. Yeah, I can totally see what you're saying by that. No, I totally see what you're saying. That Machamp gonna look slipped next to the Sleepy T-Tar with food plates. That's so funny. That's a great point, Kevin. Do you think VMAX Climax will perform better than Brilliant Star? Hard to say. I mean, I would say TT, when you look at the value of Japanese product over time compared to English, Japanese usually performs a lot better, except the reason for that is because they're typically more minimally printed. But if you take a look at opportunities to get in at a lot cheaper of a price. You're going to have a lot higher of a premium looking at Japanese sets compared to English sets, specifically within the past year, since everyone before Evolving Skies, around the time of Chilling Reign, people were not getting their hands on Pokemon product, and so they started buying older Pokemon product that was cheaper, and then that started to go up in value, and then when that became too expensive, then people started to look to Japan, and then because of that, Japan products started to get more expensive. Do you think Pokemon Center could release more Evolving / Celebrations ETB since we see UK promos had a reprint? I think it's 100% possible, especially considering the fact of the matter that, you know, these ETBs for Pokemon Center exclusive haven't even been out for a full year, so we really don't know what they're going to be doing with that because it's too early to tell. So I definitely think it's 100% possible, but historically speaking, they haven't done it yet, but historically speaking, like I said, hasn't even been a full year yet, so... I may be wrong, but I feel like Black and Gold Pika and Rayquaza would be in the top 10 expensive cards in the set. It would be funny to see expensive cards in the reverse slot. Yeah, I mean, I think it's definitely possible because Pikachu and Rayquaza obviously are the top, you know, most expensive sets in Evolving Skies and Vivid Voltage. I mean, Pika's the only expensive card, really, when you look at it. So 100% agree. You could see those cards absolutely explode in value. What's up, Applejacks? How we doing, brother? Thanks for stopping by. I just tuned in to the full card list drop. So everything's dropped so far, Applejacks, except for the full character rare gallery. So I feel like for some people, it's cool to be contrarian. I hate the mindset, especially when it's a prejudgment mindset. I get what you're saying there, Derek. But I would say so far we've had very mixed feelings on the set release for the second half. I've heard some people say they think it's sick. I've heard some people say they hate it. And so it's, yeah, I mean, some people have their reasons for why they hate it. Some people don't. I think right now, my biggest judgment on what I think the set is lacking is just strong character cards. That's all. I think the artworks are pretty, but artworks will only do so much if the cards themselves are not desirable in regards to the characters that they are depicting. Kevin says, or even a Urshifu, the new Zard. Yeah, I don't think the Urshifu would do well, but the new Zard will. Or if you're talking about the black card, because they already did the Urshifus, so it's really going to come down to, oh, you're talking about for the characters probably, right? For the VMAXs? No? What am I thinking of? What are you referencing with the Urshifus? Do you think the Pikachu or its character art could help this set if it's included? Oh, big time, Blazing. If it were to include that this set would change drastically. The value of that card would be absolutely popping. I mean, you take a look at a set like Cosmic Eclipse, right? And we just go from high to low on Cosmic Eclipse. You look at some of the most expensive cards in the set, right? It's the alternate art, it's the two characters, it's the rainbow, and then it's also the Pikachu Secret is one of the most expensive ones up there. So this card's, I mean, when you look at compared to all the other cards in the set, the fact of the matter that this is so expensive, and we're not even talking about at its peak. At its peak, I remember this card being upwards of like $55-$60. So, I mean, if you were to bring this card back, especially considering how nostalgic I think people could potentially get from this card off of when you saw it in Cosmic Eclipse, I mean, that would change it completely. Sad says, yeah, it's still too early to know if the set's going to be a dud. But we know the headline Pokemon that aren't the most desirable. Love no champ cards in the Poke. Yep. No, 100% agree with you on that one, Sad. 50? That is insane. What do you believe the reason may be for that, Frax says? 50 for... 50 for what? What are you referencing, 50? I'm so sorry. That is insane. What do you believe the reason for it? Are you talking about the... What are you referencing what you think is 50? What are the odds of a Garchomp alternate art? I mean, they've already released it. They're not going to have an alternate art for Garchomp, but they obviously are going to have a character rare of it. And I think the character rare for it is beautiful. And I think that's also a card that's amazing. I mean, you can't tell me that, God, what's it called? You cannot tell me that in the set itself, the character rare, and I don't know why I can't find it. I hate that this website doesn't show it. Garchomp Cynthia card. You cannot tell me that you don't think in Battle Legions this card is not going to absolutely slap. Like, this card is so good, dude. And this card alone is what I love so much about this. And Cynthia is a strong character. People love Cynthia as a character. So I think this card's going to be hella expensive. Now, do I think it's going to be the most, expensive character card? We don't know yet. But I think this card is going to help a lot in the Battle Legion and Battle Legions set list, because I think it's probably the most desirable card. I could be 100% wrong with that, but I would like to think that that card is absolutely gorgeous. Look at the card prices. Goodness gracious. But that's just my personal opinion on it. I'm so sick of Charizard. I get it, Tyrone. I 100% get it. I mean, Charizards are definitely overplayed, but that's just how it is, man. They're going to keep printing if the demand's there. How do you feel about Champions Path ETBs? What's a good price point? Will there be a reprint? So I would say, Jorge, to answer your question with that, it really is just going to come down to the fact of the matter of, so it's technically part of the standard format. Doesn't really have any competitively viable cards that are worth causing it to reprint, because it has the Marnie, it has the Crobat, it has the Boss's Orders, but those cards are already in other sets, so it doesn't make sense for them to want to reprint it just to add those cards in. So with that being said, if they do decide to reprint it, then obviously that'll be the best time to get in. But if they don't decide to, I would probably, if it were me personally, if I'm just trying to pick up one of them, I would wait till August, or at least, June or July, getting into the point of where they're more than likely not going to reprint it because it's right around Times of Worlds. So that's where it's less likely to get a reprint. If you want to, you can take the risk, because comparatively speaking, how expensive it is. I can understand you like saying to yourself, like, an MSRP for 50, it's going for around 100, 110. Get it for cheaper. I know some people said they could get it for 80, and I think that's a great price point. If you can get it for 80, I would steal it for 80 for sure. But I don't see it going up to more than, 120, 130 by the next couple of months, by June. It could break more than that by June, but I highly doubt it, especially considering the fact of the matter that, it's a desirable set because it has the Charizard, but it's usually the long-term game where you're going to see the growth for these Charizard sets. I think it's just going to be mid-tier, like a Fusion Strike, Chilling Reigns, better than Battle Styles and Rebel Trash. I think that if we don't get any strong character cards, I will agree with you, Sad. I think if we do get strong character cards, then I think it would probably rank above Fusion and Chilling Reign, and it would be... I don't know, man. I don't know where I'd rank it. It's hard to say. It's hard to say because we don't know what characters, so it's hard for me to say. But I would say if we basically look at it right now and we take away the other characters, then I would agree with you. But it really comes down to the other characters. Patrick says, as an artist, I love how you've been bringing attention to the aesthetics of the cards as well as the sealed product. Hey, I appreciate that, Patrick. I mean, honestly, that's the thing, man. Like, I know a lot of people really focus on it from a character's perspective, and although I do think that's very important, I do think that it's important to appreciate the card designs themselves and the beauty in which a lot of these different artists like to put on the cards themselves. Like I mentioned before, some of these Play-Doh cards, I remember when they did the Ditto artwork line, I thought that was absolutely gorgeous. And most people probably don't know what I'm talking about, but if you take a look at like Ditto Charmander or like Ditto Pikachu's, these were some of my favorite cards. I absolutely love these cards. I thought the Ditto cards were absolutely really cool, and I was a huge fan of Claymation. I think the Claymation designs are so cool, but that's just personally me. I really liked them. So everyone's going to have their own personal opinion on how they like certain art designs, but Of course, to each their own, but that's just all I would say is to kind of say, hey, this, art design sucks because it's not a character card that I like, then I think that you're really missing the bigger picture. Of course, if you don't like the art design itself, let's say you think the claymations are ugly, then that's also, of course, a total different of opinion on what you like, and I think that's very justified or valid as well, because that's your opinion, and this is my opinion. So, and it's art. Art is subjective. There's no right or wrong. So, but I do think that being able to understand and appreciate all different forms of art is something that's very important, and keeping an open mind in that. Hi all. If you have bought Evolving Skies ETBs from Walmart's website, you can go order history and let you add up to 5 to your card for $40 a price. Shout out to William for pointing that out. If that's true, that's sick, dude. Do you know how many ETBs are valued more than their booster box counterpart? Well, from a percentage perspective or from a dollar value perspective? I guess I should ask that first, Patrick, and then I will, when you tell me which one, then we can go through and look at them. I think Champions Path ETB reprints is definitely going to happen. I think it's very hard to know, Kevin, because we're literally on a clock for that. I think we've got basically 3 months. They're on a 3-month timer, so unless we get news of it in the next couple months, it's hard to know. Face is frozen. Love to see it. Japanese card quality is amazing too. 100% agree, Applejacks. Japanese print runs and quality, they just know how to do it a lot better than America, personally. Plebisaurus Rex, what's up, my guy? Thanks for stopping by. Hey, not sure if you mentioned this, but what do you think about the Pokemon Center having celebrations back in SOC? In English? Let's take a look. Well, let's take a look at Elite Trainer boxes first and foremost. So the Elite Trainer boxes are not there. Let's just look up celebrations. Celebrations. Why is it not showing? See, it's not even showing on the TCG expansions. Where are you finding it? Yeah, where are you finding it, Plebisaurus? You're saying, yeah, is it English or is it Japan? Character card Urshifu. Oh, wait, is a character card of Urshifu $50? What? Is it the Japanese version? Is that why? I mean, Japanese cards, obviously, you know, when you take a look at them in retrospect, it's competitively viable. And it's probably more expensive for a reason. Which one are you guys referencing? We'll make note of that when I read. I'm so sorry for being behind. So many questions. Astral looks amazing. I'm glad you like that, Johnny boy. 50% of your allocation from Astral Radiance compared to Brilliant Star. Yep, exactly, Frack. Oh, that's what you meant. 50. Oh, yeah, no, that's what you're referencing. Thank you for saying that, Frack. Yeah, no, that's insane, dude. I have absolutely no idea why. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry. That's... I'm so sorry. Okay, yeah, I got 50% of my Astral allocations compared to Brilliant Star. It's insane, dude. I have absolutely no idea why. I tried talking to my distributor about it, and they were like, man, I can't tell you anything. And I spent literally all day yesterday just on the phone trying to figure things out. And it got to a point where I'm like, all right, leave us alone, Eli. Stop bugging us about your allocations. And I'm like, well, I just got 50% less product. You can't expect me to not be a little upset. But yeah, kind of a bummer for sure. I love the direction Pokemon is going. I don't mind the Pokemon selection for space jugglers and time gazers. You can only print Charizard's evolution so much. All target sets are among the best. Yeah, I agree with you, Lou. I think that it's interesting because people say that they're sick and tired of Charizard cards, but then whenever a set doesn't have a Charizard in it, then it's like, oh, the set's gonna bomb. And it's like, all right, well then what cards do you think you want in the set that are gonna make it good? Because if you do like the character arts, like a lot of people were huge fan of Sleepy, you know, T-Tar and people like the Empoleon, but they were like, there's nothing else in the set, then what do you want? You know what I mean? Like, Like, what do you want other than Eevees, other than Charizards? What, like, and that's the thing. This is an actual general question for everyone. For those people, and this is a general question for everyone, but you can answer it regardless. If you're someone who is sick and tired of Charizard sets, which is very much understandable, I'm indifferent about it. You know, obviously I want certain sets to center around other characters, but there is value to be added in Charizards. But let's say for the individual that says, I am sick and tired of Charizard sets. If you were to say to yourself, what is a set that you would absolutely love that isn't going to have a main character card, what would it be? And by main character card, I mean Rayquaza, I mean Evolutions, I mean Charizard, I mean Pikachu. What would you want to see, or what could you possibly believe would make a set so good that even the characters are so weak, but the art design or the direction they went about it made it such an amazing set? So I want to hear people's opinions on that, because I would love to hear that, because it always goes back to the same argument of, I think Charizards are overplayed, but then the sets that don't have the Charizards perform a lot worse unless they have like an Eevee or a Pikachu or cards that's an anchor card. Alt arts are killing it in Pokemon. I agree, Kyle. I think they're beautiful designs. That Garchomp and Cynthia is sick, dude. 100%. Did you end up buying the Ninetales? I did not, Agent. I will eventually end up buying it, though. It's so funny you mentioned that. I'm focused right now on really trying to get ready for Astral Radiance, but and getting ready for Vivid Voltage, more specifically reprint. So I'm going to be putting up pre-sales for that pretty soon here. It's so sad that they do an altar for the Jirachi Time Juggler. Sometimes I question the choices of Pokemon. Yo, Crypto, that is a great point, Crypto. Yeah, dude, they definitely miss some opportunities in certain sets. I agree. I think it was, I remember I was having this conversation with Northwoods. He was saying that they should have done a Mewtwo in the Fusion Strike set, which I 100% agree. Garchomp has been a battle favorite for 20 years. I love Garchomp. I mean, it's not been a... No, it's definitely not been around for 20 years, but like 15 years, pretty much around that time. But yeah, it's a great card. Do you think 8.5 slabs of popular Pokemon are good to appreciate? Grabbed a first edition Erica's Venusaur CGC for 140. I feel good about it. I bought it now at a discount. It's really hard to say, John. Personally speaking, I'm not a big fan of 8s, 8.5s or lower, just because, you know, when you talk about a lot of people taking their collections that they found in their garage or wherever they found it, and then they end up putting it up for sale, or going in and sending it in for grading, a lot of the times the cards themselves are going to be around that 7 or 8 range. So it's going to be a lot harder for them to pull 9s and 10s. And so in regards to what is less likely to get higher population reports, it's going to be the 9s and the 10s for the older product, and 8s and 8.5s are a lot more prone to, you know, inflation if there were a bunch of them to be graded all at once. If you can hit an 8.5 with a 9 on PSA, then I think that's completely different, but that's just my personal opinion. Alt arts does do well because it's drawn from vending series arts from old back Japanese days. Agree. Short answer, $80 low, $100 high. More or less, yeah, Kevin. I mean, but once again, going back to it, Kevin, if we do not see a reprint by August or July, then I think you're gonna have to bite the bullet. God, I love the vending series. I agree. Derek, what's up, my guy? Eli, I've never sold a card online before. Probably going to sell my Umbreon Altard on eBay or TCG. How do you recommend I package it? Great question. So how I personally like to package it, but this is just the way I do it. Penny sleeve, top loader, and then I usually take a little bit of like a kind of paper, piece of paper, and then I take tape and I tape the... and then I take the paper and I put it over the top, and then I tape each side of the paper, because that way a lot of the times they'll like tape the top of the card top loader itself, and then it makes it really easy for you to potentially try and cut it, because it makes it hard to open it, versus if it's paper, you can just tear the paper off the top and then you can easily take the card out itself, and that way it's still protected. And then once you've done that, then I like to put it in a bubble mailer. If it's a PSA card, then I'll take two. Then I will take 2 pieces of cardboard, and then I will rubber band it, but your card's not PSA, so I don't think you have to do that. You can if you want, but then I do a little small bubble mailer as well. That's how I like to do it. As for which direction you go, eBay or TCG, I think for me personally, I would look at the value difference between TCG on last listed price that were sold, and same with eBay, and whichever one you can get a higher premium for, that's what I would go with. The fees are about the same, eBay slightly lower, but of course it really comes down to how big of a difference in price you're going to see when selling it on eBay compared to TCG. I picked up a Champions Path ETB for 80 a couple weeks ago. That's a great price, Steven. Hidden Fates would have to spike like crazy for Champions Path to jump crazy high above 150. I mean, Hidden Fates definitely has been going stagnant for a while, Kevin. So it's definitely, it definitely has to get some movement relatively soon. What's up, Northwoods? How's it going, brother? Thanks for stopping by, brother. Appreciate you. Hopefully all is well. Glad to see the growth of your channel. Maybe I'm off, but first off, Nicolaj, I'll say. I know I'm off, but to me it seems like price and people in general, not as hype for character cards. If there is no good alternate arts, OG Secret, etc., then the set will be meh. I think that it depends. I would say that there's definitely what's the word I'm looking for? I would definitely say that you're right. You're kind of right, but you're kind of wrong. I would say you're right from what we've seen at least, that it's very much hyper focused on the top character cards are the ones that are going to be the most valuable. And if it's not one of the top character cards, then all of them are kind of bleh. So you're right in the way in which a lot of character cards are not worth much, but to say that like some character cards don't have some sense of value, I mean, obviously, once again, going back to Cosmic with the Pikachu, that's a perfect example showing that one's one of the most expensive cards in the set. And then you take a look at, say, like the Sylveon VMAX, which is worth a decent amount of money. That's also one of the most expensive sets in Astral Radiance. So I would say when you're talking about the top cards, which usually there's like 1, 2, 3 maybe, they definitely help add to the set for sure. But when you're saying just all the other characters, if they're just garbage, then yeah, they're just cards that are dirt cheap that are thrown in there, cool art designs, but no one really cares because of the characters. I wonder if they will be keeping the trainer gallery cards for good. I hope not. I hope they don't overplay it. I like it when they mix it up because then it makes it more unique. Oh yay, my 8-pack from the Guru-Right, and I got Arceus V-Star. What is with you guys? Oh my goodness gracious. Someone messaged me saying they got a Rainbow Charizard. I literally have opened 900 packs, got absolutely nothing. People are like, Eli, I got a Charizard. Eli, I got an Arceus V-Star. I'm happy for you guys, but I'm literally giving away all my good cards to you guys. And I'm weighing it by hand, apparently. Be sure everyone goes and is like, hey, I appreciate that, Northwoods. Yeah, Cam did freeze, and I don't know what to do. I mean, I can't reset it. It's not going to reset, so we're just stuck like this, sadly. But, yeah, give a shout. Yeah, yo, shout out to Northwoods as well. Go check out his channel. He's got great content. We had him on last Thursday for discussion. Shout out to him. I think most people will agree that giving illustrators artistic freedom is good for the hobby. I've had it with all three. I 100% agree, Lou. Those Evo Skies ETBs from Walmart will get canceled most likely. Don't get your hopes up. I mean, definitely hope not. For 50% post from earlier was regarding to your 50% less allocations at Astral Radiance compared to Brilliant Star. Why do you think that is? Yeah, dude, I have absolutely no idea. Like I said before, going back to it, what the Pokemon company is doing right now, it's very much a mystery. I would love to hear, if you're still here in the chat, Northwoods, I would love to hear if you heard anything about that from other people. I know you said you have a distributor friend. But as far as it goes, the only thing I could possibly think is that they're going to focus on reprinting a bunch of product right before you see Worlds come out in August, and they're going to let us know very last second. But other than that, I have no clue what they're doing, and it doesn't make any sense to me. And it definitely scares me a lot in that regards. Because a lot of the times when they do reprint a lot of product, it doesn't usually go up to allocations, and distributors will charge premium prices, and you guys will get it cheaper, but I myself will not be able to take an opportunity because the price will have already dipped by the time I get access to them. Since more than likely they're not going to allocate the reprinted items. Only ETBs typically get allocated on reprint. Dollar value. Oh yes. From a dollar value perspective, oh, not many. I mean, we can just go Leech, Trainer, Box. So from a dollar value perspective, when taking a look, we're gonna go low to high, because that'll be really easy for us to rule out the low to high ones. So Hidden Fates perform way better than the booster box. Nah, just kidding. There's no booster box. Trick question. I don't know. It's hard to say. Unified Minds is pretty close, but it's not there. Fates Collide actually is technically more, but to be fair, more product just came out, so if that didn't happen, then no, it won't be worth more. Unbroken Bonds is right around there. Unbroken Bonds did get a reprint about 1.5 2 years ago, though. So that's another argument for that. Darkness Ablaze at one point, the ETBs were worth more, but then obviously it just got a reprint. So it really just comes down to the reprints. But for me, I think it has more to do with a value on percentages than it does a dollar value. But yeah, it's, you know, it's definitely happened, but it's usually just because booster boxes get more reprints, so it affects it. No, don't tell them about the Ditto cards. Yeah, yeah, Asian. Oh, the Ditto cards are gorgeous, dude. I love them. Lance's Charizard and Pikachu V Union is up now. Pikachu V Union is up now. I mean, it's still up on GameStop, right? You want to send me a link to that so I can see? Wait, hold on one second. Interesting. Wow, it is up. Huh. What do you know? What do you know, man? Wait, they're going for 30 as MSRP? I didn't even know that. Wow. Interesting. What do I think about that? Huh. I think that's fascinating. I don't think it's a reprint by any means, but I do think that, I don't know what to think of that. Because obviously they made that message saying they weren't going to have any more product, but we don't know specifically if that was supposed to be just, you know, the Pokemon Center exclusive ETBs, if that was supposed to be Celebrations product in general, but I do think it's a good opportunity to snag some. That's what I would say personally. Nah, they unavailable when you click them. But usually it'll go in and out crypto on stock, so it is possible. I mean, it's reassuring that it shows it on there when you add to cart at least. They're up on the UK website, Keon. How do I access the UK website? Do I need a VPN? That's interesting. I mean, if they're available on the UK website, then that does potentially mean that we could see it come to English for sure. Huh, that'll be interesting. That's actually very interesting news. I want to look into that more. Pokemon Center USA has Lance's Charizard. Yeah, I just saw it. The Zard box is gone. Wow. That's crazy, man. Here, well, let me see. We'll just click, if I can click add to cart, what'll happen? Add to cart? I can add it to cart at least. Don't know if I'll be able to check out with it, but that's still something. I love sets with great arts for Gen 1 and Gen 2 Pokemon. Also need a set with Blastoise, Venusaur, Charizard. I agree, dude. It would be cool if they did have at least a Blastoise and Venusaur set. Gosh dang it, dude. Where's the love for that? When's Well, for those people that are interested, Lance's Charizard and Celebrations, if you can get a hold of them, they are up right now. That'll be something to discuss, but I have no clue why that is. I really wish I could tell you more, but I haven't heard anything in my distributor about Celebrations product. So I wonder what your thoughts are, Northwoods. But, I mean, I know a lot of people were saying that there could potentially be a reprint for the ETB sometime in May, but that's been very much wishy-washy on any sort of actual evidence of it. So I think it's definitely fascinating to see that this is available. I want something like a Legendary Treasures. That would be sick, Koga. We haven't had one of those in a while. Not gonna lie, I'm simp for the Charizard alt art. Hey, it is a sick alt art for sure, especially with the Venusaur in the background. Huge fan of Evolutions. I love Evolving Skies for that reason. Agree, Chris. At Northwoods, you and Eli need to collab again. Yeah, I'm 100% down. I would love to have him on in the future. I was supposed to have Nostalgia on today, but he canceled last second. So sadly, we're not going to have a guest this Thursday. But I'm going to try and shoot. I'll actually be out of town this upcoming Thursday. So sad to make this announcement, but this upcoming Tuesday, Thursday, I will not be live streaming. I'll try to get pre-recorded videos put up for Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But yeah, I won't be available this next Thursday. I'm going to be out in Arizona checking out some apartments. Could you imagine if they did a hey man, they could totally do some like artworks with what Japan does for promos and do like a special of that. Who knows what's gonna happen with Pokemon Go. I wouldn't mind the idea of an Arcanine Dragonite. Keep getting some Kanto love, pseudo legendaries. Yo, that'd be sick, Ben, if they did a pseudo legendary just set. That's actually really cool if they did something like that. Just take all the pseudo legendary Pokemon and just make a set out of it. Yeah, Pokemon Ball. Yeah, right. Now we're getting into some freaking Jake Paul stuff. You hear anything about? No, haven't heard anything about it. That's why I wish I could comment more, but I haven't heard anything. I don't know about Anchor Pokemon, but I really want a new Hydreigon card. Ooh, Tyrone. I love Hydreigon. Hydreigon's one of my favorite Gen 5 Pokemon. That'd be sick, dude. Cheers to you too, Nikolaj. Once again, a regional release of pull cards. Wait till reprint and you'll find new secret rares in your area. Wait, once again, regional release of pull cards. Wait till reprint and you'll find new secret rares in your area. That's very interesting, Northwoods. If that is true, man. That's very interesting to see at least. Nothing on paper for reprints yet, but he is thinking June, July, we may see something. But I guess Northwoods, more specifically, I'm kind of asking, does your distributor, for his Astral Radiance allocations, did he get any cut, or do you know how hefty his allocations were compared to Brilliant Star? That's kind of what I'm asking. Because I agree with him that we may get something in June for sure. But I'm more specifically thinking along the lines of how were his allocations for Astral. But yeah, it's very interesting that they're talking regional polls, man. Man, if that's true, that'll be crazy. Yo, that would be a sick video to go literally buy. You know what? Who wants to make a fun video? Who wants to make a fun video where someone from all different parts of the country ships Pokemon product? I'll pay for it, of course, but ships Pokemon product from all over the country to me, and I do an opening specifically from each area, and then we just see what the pull rates are. Obviously, I don't know how big of kind of a, like, you know, how big of a sample size you can get comparing 1 to 1 to 1 on Booster Box, but I think it'd be a cool video. I know Phantom Forces and Roaring Skies ETBs over Booster Boxes. Oh, well, that's a little different, though. The ETBs, Patrick, were not super popular at the time. But that, I mean, that's, first off, shout out to you for pointing that out. I mean, but that goes literally to the argument of every ETB. They're just less prints. So, no, you're right, 100%, Patrick. Yeah, that's a good point out. Yeah, no, it's literally, it just comes down to print is why. So, do you think they're going to print a lot of the Pokemon Go since set more target to people who play Pokemon Go? They want them to get their products. Oh, Kyle, I don't know, man, and it scares me. If this is gonna be like a Detective Pikachu type set, I'm gonna be so nervous, man. This set scares the crap out of me, that's for sure. Anyone in the UK can go buy Celebration's PC ETBs and the Evil Skies PC ETBs on the site. Well, if that's possible, dude, then we're gonna be in for a shock on potentially, you know, okay, so do I need a VPN? Can I VPN that? But then how would it would have to be, it couldn't be shipped to the States then, so the VPN wouldn't even work. So interesting, dude. So you'd have to know someone from the UK to be able to purchase them. That's crazy, dude. That is legit crazy. If they're doing that, then expect it to come in English sometime, probably. Probably the Steam of Siege. Yeah, no, agree. ETBs for Steam Siege. I know the ETB goes for a good bit on Steam Siege. Yeah, probably. Blastoise VMAX and Venusaur are also up on PC. Really? Those are going for quite a bit too, man. Let's see if I can just look at Blastoise and see if it just pops up. Oh, that's a cool freaking item. If I just look at Blastoise VMAX. Yeah, I love this. I think this is a really cool box. Obviously, it's Battle Styles, Sword and Shield Base, and Darkness Ablaze, so the pack selection is kind of crap, but I think the sleeves and, you know, the promo card are gorgeous. So, and the pack and the boxes themselves are going for a decent amount, so that's cool. Shout out to you guys for pointing that out. That's available on Pokemon Center. Is it common for Pokemon to change hit rates on reprints? Do you feel early print runs have better pull rates? I think it's really different, John. There's been so many different reports into certain waves. Wave 1 have had better hit rates than Wave 2, as I've heard Wave 2s have better hit rates than Wave 1s. There's been so many different theories from different sets. I remember Hidden Fates. A lot of people were saying Hidden Fates reprint didn't have as many good pull rates from as the first print of it. But from my personal opinion, it's hard for me to say because my first ever Hidden Fates Pokemon tin I ever opened, I remember it was a Raichu or Gyarados tin. I'm trying to remember. It was my first ever tin I ever opened. It was the reprint tin, and I pulled the Charizard. And literally, the second ever tin I opened, it had a Mewtwo in it, full art. It had a Charizard Charizard GX. It had, I think, like a Sylveon and like a baby shiny. So it was like crazy, dude. Like the tin was insane. So I've had nothing but good luck when comparing it to like Hidden Fate. So it's really hard to say. F's in the chat for no Eli live stream next week. Oh yeah, I really wish I could, guys. I know, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm gonna have to do just one Tuesday and Thursday. What will I do? Yeah, I'm so sorry, Imon. Hey, but thank you, brother. Yeah, no, I'm excited to go visit Arizona. So I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna be competing in a pickleball tournament, and then I'm also gonna be playing a lot of volleyball down there, and then checking out the area. Low key, not gonna lie to you guys, I'm actually thinking about opening an LGS in Arizona. So. Just part of the future. I've got a lot of things planned for the future ahead. Yeah, it's in the chat for the face cam, right, Kevin? I'll ship from Utah. Hey, Utah is basically a different state, so lol. If you need well, I live in so Utah, would Utah be considered a different region? If you need a New Yorker for the pull rates, let me know. Well, yeah, then at that point, actually having it. Oh, God. We would have to... You know what we should do then? I feel like you guys shipping it to me, we could make a video of it, or rather have a documentation of you guys. Here's what we're going to do, guys. Here's what we're going to do. For those people that are listening, if Brilliant Star gets a reprint, which it's more than likely going to happen, when it does get a reprint, I want everyone to come back and on our Discord page, and you can even message me directly. But when you do get a poll, I want you to post the picture of the poll and say what region you're from within the States. Or if you're from Canada, tell me you're from Canada. If you're from UK, tell me you're from UK. Because I want to do an experiment on that. And if you want to, you can do that right now. But I think that once we get a reprint for Brilliant Star, then it'll be a lot more fun to kind of go off of that. Colorado here. Hey, look at all you guys. That's the cool thing about live streams, man. You get to see everyone from all over the country and all over the world. It's so cool to see. I have not asked on allocations for Astral, so I can message distributor and see. Yeah, that'd be great, Northwoods. I'll ship from Wisconsin, so you can get Rainbow Kindler, Arceus. Pulled 4 of each now since release, and only other Rainbow rares? Really, dude? Yeah, let's just do a booster box trade, Northwoods. I'll trade a booster box with you. That'd be crazy, dude. As far as it goes, dude, if you really want Whimscots and Shamans, I got you, dude. I think reprint better. Never saw so many Pikachu rainbows from Vivid Voltage reprint. Interesting, Kevin. Yeah, I know. I heard that some places are like that. I don't know why they don't use more base set stars as chase cards. Why there are never Blastoise cards ever or Venusaur. So I think the reason why they do that, Codex, mainly just comes down to the fact that the Pokemon Company really pushes the generation. And the only time they really come out with that kind of nostalgia is really when it's like a specialty set like Generations or like Hidden Fates. But even then, like with Shining Fates, we saw them obviously with Shining Fates try and push Galar region Pokemon, and obviously people did not really care. So Shining Fates, like I said, will do well long term because it's got Shining Pokemon. It's going to be fun to open because people like pulling Shinings. But, you know, in regards to actually throwing in some Gen 1 Pokemon, I 100% agree they should do it more. They should do it more. Alt-Art, Blastoise, and Venusaur we need. Oh, dude, that'd be so sick. Let's do it, Derek says. Heck yeah, brother. I'm 100% down. Northwoods, you should get your audience in this as well. Yo, that'd be a sick collab, Northwoods. Yo, Northwoods, you and I should compile some data. And we should, you know what I want to do on my channel is I want to create a channel on the Discord. And I want it to be a data point channel where we literally just go through and we just do like experiments on data points. And we're going to be like, all right, experimenting with regional. So I will actually, you know what I can do is I can do a regional polls chat and then people put where they live and then we can do data points for that. I think being able to kind of collect that would be sweet. What's in Arizona? Derek asks. Volleyball. So for those people that don't know, I've obviously talked about this a lot. Volleyball professionally, I would love to play pro volleyball. And right where I live in Oregon, there is not really a ton of high level. And one of my buddies who's from Scottsdale says that a lot of the AVP pros and like open level players that travel to California live in Arizona and just, you know, stay at a hotel on weekends for competitive tournaments. So that's kind of my whole thing on wanting to go to Arizona. I want to check out the area. Also, it's, you know, there's other reasons why, but I would say that's kind of really the main reason why. But yeah, golf, right? Gotta leave for work, but thanks. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Chris. Appreciate you, brother. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna definitely check out the area. So, because scoping out an area to open up an LGS will be sick. Shining Fade's ETBs are different first wave, second wave too. Eevee is lighter brown on the first print. Man, you guys are, it's so funny how you guys point this out. Same thing with the ETBs, obviously, for the Darkness Ablaze. That's always curious. Always curious indeed. If so, one set was the anchor by Zard, Blastoise, Venusaur would be a huge hit. I would love to see, John Doe, if they just had a set where they say, frig Zard, we're going to do a Blastoise and Venusaur set, and it's going to be water versus grass. I think it would be cool. You know what I think would be cool, like set designs, is if they did like double sets, where it was like half and half designs, where you could have a design of a set where you like have two I mean, it's kind of like, the best way to explain it is obviously you have single strike, rapid strike. Which direction do you want to go? Well, I feel like it'd be cool if they had different typings, but it was focused on like a water versus grass, or like a fire versus electric, or like something like along the lines of that. Whether you want to make them opposite of each other, or one of them has a weakness over the other, however you want to do it. But I think it would be really cool if they did a design like that and did really like double down on some of the Gen 1 Pokemon, like a Blastoise Venusaur set. I think it would be cool. Whoa, you're a pro? I am definitely not a pro, bro. I am definitely not a pro in volleyball, but I would like to go pro. That is kind of the dream, but I'm definitely not there yet. You need to teach me how to spike with power. I can get up high with my hops, but spike, you have no power. It's all in the core, baby. It's all in the core. You just got to learn to just elongate your core and just snap your wrist. That's kind of the two biggest things they talk about. But it's a lot more in depth than that. But is that actually true that there's regional polls? Where did you hear this from? This was something we actually discussed on the podcast with Jake from Pokenomics. So shout out to him. We had kind of discussed it. I know Northwoods had obviously talked about it a little bit. So it's not 100% confirmed. It's a theory because we've seen it happen. But I personally think that it's definitely something that could be true. It'd be very interesting to see if they did it that way. It'd be very, very interesting to see if they did it that way. But I would love to do an experiment on that. Sure, that'd be super sweet. What's up, C-Bar? What's going on, brother? Hopefully all is well. Yeah, we're all over the place right now in conversations. Went from talking about the new set to, you know, potential like looking at reprints from regional directions and how that'll affect things. But you don't need a VPN to purchase it? So then how do I go on? Pokemon Center UK? Do I just look up Pokemon Center UK and then it'll pop up? Pokemon Center UK. Official site for UK. Oh, wow. But can I order? Whoa, that's crazy. Do they ship to the States? Flat fee on $5 on all orders? But what's 50 pounds? I mean, that's going to be cheaper than what you're... Yo, really? 3 to 6 days for the States? Wait, can I do that and sign in? Either the email address or password is not correct of the information. Can you have it delivered to you in the States? Do you think Pokemon would ever number cards like sports? It could be a game changer. I definitely wouldn't be surprised if they did something like that in the near future. I think that'd be absolutely cool. I think it would be great too for them to really keep track of like kind of, I think it'd be really to see like just understand population reports on actual ungraded raw cards. I wish English sets were more on a theme with their names other than Arceus. I feel you on that one, Tyrone. I 100% feel you on that one. Yo, my boy Derek, shout out to you, man. Volleyball, how to spike charity donations. Hey, I appreciate you as always, my guy Derek. So I appreciate you as always, dude. Yeah, man, volleyball's my love, man. I love Pokemon, don't get me wrong, but I've got addiction to volleyball, and it's been going on forever, so I think it's an amazing sport. Thoughts on pre-release kit promos giving off vibes similar to EX Air Reverse Hollows? Ooh, pre-release kit promos. Are you talking? Okay. I can totally see what you mean by that. I think pre-release kit promos are really cool. I personally like to collect them. I would say I understand where you're saying the vibes because it has the stamps, and it's really hard to compare the two because obviously the scarcity of them in EX era, especially when grading. But I definitely think there's something that will perform. I think you could see them perform well in regards to how promos will perform. But I mean, it really depends too on the promo card. So what's a good pre-release promo card we can take a look at? We can do battle styles, and we can go promos. And we can just go battle styles, and then let's just go promo. And actually, no, let's just do, how do we want to do this? Let's just shop all for Pokemon, and then we'll go promo, Sword and Shield. I know we can do that. Actually, can we go Sun and Moon promos? We can probably find Sun and Moon promos. All right, so that's a staff pre-release. It'll say in the bottom right. Let's go high to low. See, it's a staff promo. It's a staff promo. This is a Charizard. This is a staff promo. Shining Lugia. Pre-release promo. Staff. 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 See, staffs are a little different. Obviously makes it kind of hard. I love this promo design for the Reshiram and Zard. I think that's so cool. Also love the artwork for the Umbreon and Darkrai design. Actually, you know what? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to look at the non-staff variation. We'll look at Giratina. Always do this every time. And it's Lost Thunder. So here's what we'll take a look. Look at the value over the past year. So at one point it did go up in value. I mean, we can't really see the full history of it all. But I mean, it did go up in value at one time, but it has kind of tapered off. But to be fair, that's Lost Thunder. Lost Thunder did get a reprint. Do we want to look at a different one like Ultra Prism? Yeah, let's look at Ultra Prism. Ultra Prism is going Pokemon. We'll go promo. It's not showing. That's really lame. Really? That's so lame, dude. It doesn't show? Man, it's really hard to tell, man, because those are the ones that got reprints. Maybe Celestial Storm? We can look at. Here, let's take a look. Celestial Storm. And we can't look up promos. It's not gonna come up with promo. How about we just look up Delcatty? Actually, no. Let's look up Lucario. Let's look up Lucario first. And then we can say Lucario, and then we just look up promo. So, because we look up that, we know there was one for Ultra Prism. And then here's the pre-release staff promo. I mean, wow. At one point, that was super expensive. I think that there's an argument to be made based on what we're seeing from the charts that they could perform really well. Obviously, they're more prevalent nowadays. I mean, you see the value of them go up. I mean, wow. I mean, you could see them do well. Obviously, the staffs are going to hold so much more of a premium, but I definitely could see them potentially doing well in regards to the grand scheme of promos. If that's the case, I've pulled 2 Cherry Scar Rainbows and my brother pulled 2 Altard Zards from Minnesota. Oh my god, Sad, you guys are crazy. You can't order them UK only. Oh, that's lame. That's a bummer. Also, the Shelby sent their regard. I appreciate that, Derek. Dude, I'm ready for Season 6 already. You don't need a VPN, but you need a UK address? Bummers. We need a top 5 best volleyball tips from Eli. That's so funny. Hey, man, if it got the views, I'd do it. Don't think you can. Yeah, that's a bummer, dude. Make a YouTube tutorial on how to spike a volleyball? Hey, man, I would love to start recording and making a second channel when I start playing volleyball. Just doing film of myself practicing and playing. I think that'd be cool, especially when I move. I think it would be cool to have basic Pokemon in the background of alt arts. Bigger hits and the common Pokemon just be zoomed in. Arts from alt arts or so stringing the arts together. I think that's definitely a cool concept, especially when you look at the alternate arts for obviously Brilliant Star. One of the reasons why people love the Charizard design is it does have the Venusaur in the background. So I definitely think that that concept itself could probably do well. Numbered cards would be awesome, but I highly doubt they'd ever do it. It's, never say never, but yeah. Instead of Braid Shadow Legends, lol. Pokemon just gonna dump product, shop wisely. Wouldn't be surprised, Kevin. Wouldn't be the first time, that's for sure. Wouldn't be the first, second, third, fourth, fifth time. Lugia and Charizard, always popular for promos. Agreed. You search pre-release promos. Would they come up? Let's look it up. So if we look up promo, I did see that it stopped there. So we're just gonna look up pre-release. Pre-release. No, man, doesn't pop up. That's a bummer. Pulled the Reshiram in Charizard first booster box, just a quick flex. Dang, Koga. Did you pull the rainbow one? That's sick, dude. Do you think they'll reprint build and battles for Vivid Voltage when they do the ETB reprints? Highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. They're not in high demand. It'd be cool if they did, especially if we get the Charizard promo, but I just don't see it happening, honestly. Let's look at Rainbow Mimikyu. Sure. What do we want to look at it for? From Lost Thunder? Dang, that is such an expensive card. That's crazy, man. Oh, wow. Almost $100. Dropped 50% in value. Jeez Louise. Hey, man, that just goes to show you. Well, look who decided to show up. Pika, taking your sweet old time. What the frick? Well, thanks for stopping by, brother. I appreciate you as always. I'm definitely stoked you made it, even if you are a little late. So, but hopefully all is well. Glad you made it. Do you think they made a ton of Brilliant Star PC ETB? Surprised they're still available. I don't think they made a ton. I definitely think there's an argument to be made. They made more than what they did with the prior ETBs. But I think more specifically, the demand for ETBs, PC ones, have just gone down. That's what I think, personally. Could be wrong, but I just think they've gone down in demand because, price. You can see booster boxes going for sub $100, and people thought they would never go sub $100 when we were in the peak demand of Pokemon. Oh, the Japanese version Altar from Double Blaze. Hey, that's still a sick card to pull, though. Hey guys, what's up, Forrest? How we doing, brother? Hopefully all is well. Do you have a preferred grading company? I would say if we're talking preferred, I would say if it's an older card, like if we're talking like Diamond and Pearl era, EX era, XY era, it's going to be, for me, typically speaking, PSA. But if it's a higher populated card, like in the Ultra Modern era, I'd probably go BGS, personally speaking. We've been talking about buying that card out on a couple of streams. That's so funny, dude. Hey man, I mean, if there's a demand for it and it's pretty undervalued, I don't see why not. Pika, at least you made it. Yeah, I know. At least he made it. Derek, on the other hand, was slacking last stream. Sun and Moon Rainbows are going for a good price. Love the GX Rainbows. Definitely think they're underrated. No, I definitely like them. I started collecting Steel Diaball Pokemon tins. I see them for being good premiums compared to the rest, and Pokeball tins look great for collection. Interesting, Hittis. That's an interesting thing to point out. Never really thought about that. What are the packs and the ones that you bought? Do you know? What do you think about Logan Paul paying $5 million on his Pikachu? That'll make more people want to regrade up their 9s and 10s after the jump in price. Oh, I 100% agree with your second point you made with the reprint. So I feel like you answered my question, your own question. But I think that is ridiculously expensive, but also understandable at the same time when you compare it to the population report of the 9s compared to the 10s. And just how desirable the cards are themselves. So I think it's pretty crazy, and just goes to show you when you've got big money and you're balling out, then you can just set the market standard for certain prices. So, but he's probably not hurting. I'm a Mimikyu simp, Derek says. Yeah, dude. I mean, a lot of people are a big fan of Mimikyu. What part of Arizona are you looking to move to? Specifically, I'm looking to Scottsdale area. I might try and look at Mesa, but it would be more in the between area of Mesa and Scottsdale. Just depends on how nice the area is. I just want to be in an area with low crime. What's your best place to buy singles? TCG player listings don't have all the photos, so can't really see the conditions and border alignments. Peek it really depends. That's a great question. If I'm buying more modern product, then I will go with TCG player, because you can typically get a really good price point. It's really competitive. And if you're really concerned, you can go TCG player direct or just verified sellers. But otherwise, I know Mercari is a good place for older stuff, and same with eBay. So you can shout out to Raheem for that. He's been flexing all over me in regards to a lot of Level X era product he was able to get for cheap prices on those two sites. Doing good. Hope you all have a good day. Waiting for some sealed stuff in the mail and my pre-order Astral Radiance soon. Those potential are. I agree. Hey, that's cool. What product are you going to have coming in? Is it smart to grab some sealed Jirachi GX Black Friday boxes 2020 for long-term hold? I don't think it's a bad play by any means, especially considering they are Black Friday boxes, which means they are exclusive. I don't know what the price point is for them. We can do Jirachi. Let's just look up Jirachi. We'll just look up Jirachi, and then we'll just take a look at the miscellaneous ones. What are they going for? They're currently selling for, well, let's get rid of Direct Player. They are selling for $99 on Troll and Toad. So what's in it? Breakpoint, Evolutions, bunch of Crimson Invasion, Steam Siege, Fates Collide. Pack selection, garbage. Design on the card, or design of the Jirachi, beautiful. Box themselves, not that bad. You're really paying for the sealed on the box. I mean, it's not bad by any means if you can get it for a cheap price. Considering the pack selection value, I mean, you're saying $8, you know, $5. It's like 5, 10, 15, 23, 27, 31, 35, 40, 55, 62, and then the Jirachi. I mean, how much is the Jirachi GX going for too? That's another question. The GX Jirachi promo is going for a couple bucks. I mean, yeah, you're really paying for the sealed. You're really paying for it sealed, as well as the, I think those are pins. I can't really see, but yeah, you're really paying for it sealed for sure. So if you can get it for a good price, then I don't see why not. But I think $100 is pretty spendy. I mean, we can look on and see what eBay's got it going for. Jirachi GX collection going for $65. That's not a bad price. I mean, you're getting it definitely in pack value. I mean, if you can get it for $50 to $65, I think you're looking at a really good price. That's what I would say. Wow, I missed so many questions. Jolty and VMAX are back on the rise. Do you think they could possibly perform like normal alt arts? Long term, I could see them going up a lot. I could too, especially considering the fact of the matter that the cards themselves, the boxes, didn't seem to be heavily printed, and the love for the cards themselves is super strong. So I could 100% see that. Gotta do what you gotta do, Pika says. Gotta get in when you can, totally understand. True, how can you trust GC player single cards, no picks? Like I said, man, the reason why I can sad is because of Ultra Modern. You are way more likely to have Ultra Modern pull, because, I mean, think about it. If you just had a new set release come out, like, let's say Vivid Voltage. You're going to buy a Vivid Voltage product. I know that if I were to go buy a Vivid Voltage product, it's always going to be like in the 9 to 10 range. It could be a off-centered, it could be really good centering, but I can tell you from experience, having purchased ultra modern cards from the Sun and Moon era on TCG Player, I have had cards that have come back graded 10s and were perfect condition. And mainly that's just because they were in a lot higher population, and so they're a lot more competitive. And if you are buying from people that are verified, or if you are buying from TCG Player Direct, then you can trust it. Now, if you're talking about older product, say like I said before, the Black and White era, the Diamond and Pearl era, these cards that are more likely in a lower pop report on the site, then it's going to be a lot riskier because there's going to be a lot less sellers that are going to be competing, and you don't know how like the true condition of these cards are. And if you really want to take that risk, you can take that risk, and you can always return it and say that the grade for the card was less than what it actually should have been. And then if you want to go through and take the time to do that, then you can return it. But if you don't, then obviously Mercari or eBay. So, but like I said, only Ultra Modern, because I can trust it on Ultra Modern. I think a Giratina or a Darkrai Altar would be unreal. I'm hopeful for one, since I 100% agree with you, Crypto. I'm a huge fan of both those. I mean, that's one of my favorite cards that I own right now is a Giratina Garchomp card. I love Giratina, and then I love Darkrai. Beautiful cards. Darkrai Umbreon too with the GX. Oh, goodness gracious. You're getting me excited now. I buy it on TCG from verified sellers with a lot of sales with great feedback. I'm right there with you, Derek. At Derek, but the cards can still have bad alignment. Well, are you trying to send them in for grading? Because if you really want to, and if you really care, then obviously it just depends. Are you trying to buy a bunch of ultra modern cards and you're saying, I'm going to buy 100 ultra modern cards at $1 a pop? Then you're going to have some that have bad alignment. But when you're talking about these standards, you're not talking about, I'm buying this for a PSA 10 standard. No, you're buying it from a PSA 9 or 10 standard, a PSA 8 standard. It could hit any of those ranges. So you are playing that risk if you are buying ultra modern, but at the same exact time, it's still within the criteria of what could be a 10. And if you really want to spend the time either going through, looking at the cards, you know, on eBay and seeing pictures can still be deceiving too. So it's really hard. You just got to kind of pick and choose your battles. After PSA, BGS, CGC, do you see any other grading companies moving up the ranks like HTA? Looks interesting. I don't really see that happening unless you see like a big brand kind of step in, but I could be wrong. Those are kind of the main three dogs, and it really comes down to brand power is what I would say. And as Pokenomics was talking about last time on the stream, one of the things that he had pointed out, which I thought was very, very nice of him to add on to it, because I had absolutely no awareness as to why CGC kind of became prevalent on the scene. But he had pointed out that Charlie, I forgot what his last name was, but one of the guys named Charlie basically came in on the scene, and he's the founder of Ludkins, which for those people that know what Ludkins is, they're the biggest middleman grading service in the world right now. He's one of the most knowledgeable people in Pokemon in regards to just the whole grading process, and so CGC hired him, and so it gave them a lot of kind of like credibility in regards to grading Pokemon cards. So that really helped CGC out a lot, on top of the fact that they also had credibility from grading comics already. So that really allowed them to kind of step in and undercut as well with prices compared to BGS, PSA. But BGS and PSA, I mean, they're the brands, man. They are the brands. And also having a good plaque also helps. But as you've seen with CGC, the plaques are kind of garbage, and they've still been able to do well. So it's not ultimately the most important thing. But Celebrations, ETBs, and Dark Displays ETPs pay like 20 over retail and eBay for the Pokemon Center version, but still good, I think. I mean, that's not bad at all, man. Celebrations, ETBs, you spent 85. It's going for 110 right now. Not a bad buy at all. True. I haven't graded any cards yet, so those actually haven't crossed my mind. That makes a lot of sense. Sure. I'd be at the EV boxes over those. I mean, yeah, the boxes are going to have premiums. Want to know what would be crazy if Pokemon Center starts going backwards on ETBs? We get like Pokemon Center Cosmic Eclipse ETBs. That would be insane, and I highly doubt they would ever do that because especially considering it's not part of the rotation for Standard. But if they did that, I mean, everyone would lose their mind. Noah site with a Lycanroc GX box with evolution packs for $40 and Fates Collide build battle kit. Doesn't sound too bad. What's the name of the site there, Forrest? I have issues with some TTG singles, especially the card stand. Always been garbage from them. Dang, that's a bummer you've had bad experience, Plebisaurus. I mean, I've, you know, for the most part had good experience, I would say. What do you think of the Darkrai Umbreon cards? They aren't too expensive. I think they're gorgeous cards. I love them, and they are, you know, you've got an Evolution and a Darkrai in it. I mean, dude, I think they could perform well long-term, personally. So, especially considering you really take a look at some of them. I mean, we can look right now, but Darkrai and Umbreon. Really know how to spell Umbreon. Here we go. What do you mean? It didn't pop up. Don't lie to me like that. I think the promo's cool. First and foremost, let's look at the 1 year on it. I mean, it's a promo card, so take everything with a grain of salt, but I think this card is gorgeous. And there's not a lot of them. Buyout alert. Did they ever do a rainbow version of it? I mean, look at the value of it just for the standard version. They have to. It's part of, what set is this part of? It's Unified Minds. Obviously Mewtwo, Dragonite. Man, they did not do a rainbow version of it? Wow, that's just upsetting. That makes me really sad they didn't do a rainbow. Beautiful card, man. Beautiful card, to say the least. I think it could do well. I definitely think it could do well. Such a few amount. You know what I really like? Mythical cards. I think Darkrai Mythical. I really wish that I want to start going through and collecting them, especially because I think the designs on them are absolutely gorgeous. And by the mythical cards, I'm sorry, I meant the XY promos from how am I forgetting the name of the set? Generations. Love this design. Love the design. And look how cheap it is for a promo too. $5, man. And there's a decent amount of them too. I think it'd be worthwhile, but that's just me. Sorry, I'm a little behind from the live stream, but personally I think Pokemon Center vending machines in Seattle have some of the best pull rates. I sold a lot of Hidden Fates products and confirmed 5 Zard pulls. Oh my god, Codex, 5 Zard pulls? And you're in Seattle region? Hey, to be fair, I haven't opened a lot of Hidden Fates, and I pulled a Charizard pretty easily too, and I live in Oregon, so that's right. I mean, you guys are right above us, so that's, hey man, sounds like we got good luck over here on the West Coast. One person pulled 2 Shiny Nuzlocke from 30 tin order. Jesus loves me, dude. That's crazy. Referring to the alt arts over $100, don't really want to pay multiple to get one unless it's necessarily good. Oh, I see what you're saying, Pika. Well, it depends. Oh, God, I see what you're saying. Well, Pika, it's a little different. If, Pika, you're talking about cards that are worth over $100, then yeah, I would totally go the route of eBay. If I'm going to try and get a card. Well, it depends, actually. Hold on, before I say that. It depends. If it's a binder card, I'll go TCG player. And if it's a little off-center, not a big deal, go in TCG. But if it's something I want to send in for grading, then yeah, no, 100%, I'm going to go look at like TCG, or I'm going to go look at eBay because I'm going to want to look at the pictures. Because I'm going to try and send it in for grading. So, but I have no problem having a 9 card in a binder. So it just depends. But I can understand you being like, well, I still want it to be a 10 card in a binder because I'm spending all this money. I want it to be the best one. So I can get that, especially for a higher premium card. I guess what I was more referencing, speaking which, Pika Pika is more along the lines of just the really cheap cards, like, you know, $1 to $5 cards I'm going to buy a ton of and try and send them in for grading. Or just a bunch of the like small binder cards. You know what I mean? That's how I'm looking at it from. But I 100% see what you're saying with that. That makes sense. And thank you for the perspective on sets being focused more around the generations, but no blasters used for... Yeah, of course, my guy. I definitely think that we could use a change for sometime in the future. That's for sure. That Pokeball Tins is 90 on TCG player. Ooh, Evolutions. No wonder it's doing so well. Makes sense. I mean, I don't know the last time I saw a Dive Pokeball, so it's probably... I mean, it makes sense why I could see a premium. Sorry I've been asked, but what are your top 3 favorite Pokemon? You can see in the picture right here. Literally, if you look at the bottom left of the main screen page, Giratina, Garchomp, Darkrai. Have you seen CGG just release their pop reports? I did hear about that. I was talking to Raheem about it. Shout out to Raheem, one of the mods. First off, where the frick is Trev, dude? Where is Trevor? Where Raheem's probably lurking here, but Trevor's usually more outspoken. I am upset that Trev is not here. Shout out to Koga for still being the homie and locking it down, but I am really sad that we haven't heard from Trev in a while. I'll have to reach out to him. I did hear about that. I was talking to Raheem, and Raheem was telling me that basically with the Diamond and Pearl era ones, not a single 10, which I thought was mind-boggling. But yeah, no, that's crazy. I'll have to take a look at it and see personally. So what else they got? But mini max games for Lycanroc and Fate, some other goodies for we'll take a look and we'll shout them out if they do have good prices. Mini max games. Mini max games. Let's see what they got for Pokemon. So nothing crazy so far. Nothing crazy so far. Huh. Nothing crazy so far I'm seeing in regards to deals. Oh, the Lycanroc GX box. I mean, these were at one point going for 20, so 40. I mean, there was it 20 or 25 they were going for? I think it was going for 20 at one point. So I mean, I don't know what they usually go for. That's what really matters. If you're saying to yourself, well, yeah, I used to go for 20, but the market price is 50, well then yeah, that's a great deal. Let's take a look. Goes for around, you can get it for around 40 on here. So I mean, you can get it for around the same price on eBay. So I don't know if I would say it's the best deal personally, but you said Hidden Fates too. Is that what you said as well? Let's take a look. Can we search? It doesn't look like we can search. It's cool. They got all the like kind of Lego-ish designs. Umbreon GX Collection Premium. Espeon. Dang, those are spendy. All right, so here's the deal, guys. We're getting almost about 2 hours now, so these is going to be the next 5 minutes. So we're going to go till 2:25, and then we're going to head out. Also, if I'm being honest, I have to go to the bathroom really bad. So we're going to go for the last 5 minutes of the live stream, answer any and all your guys' questions, and then I'm going to call it good, and then I'll see you guys on Friday. And like I mentioned before, actually, also, we're going to do a live stream still on Sunday for those people that are interested in Cosmic. I need to go buy the booster box still, though, so I got to make sure I do that. But Umbreon is like the hottest Pokemon right now. Yeah, Umbreon's great, dude. I love Umbreon. How do you not love Umbreon? What if I go super deep and Pokemon injects the good cards into big cities with lower income or something? Yo, that's so funny, Kevin. That's so funny, Kevin. I didn't even think about that. Literally, they're like looking at areas with super high poverty rates and they're just like, yeah, we're just going to make these kids rich off of Pokemon cards. That's so funny. Yo, Kevin, that would be so funny. Yeah, it's possible. I just got the Blastoise VMAX Battle Box from Pokemon Senti. Nice, Zach. Shout out to you. I'm buying both those Umbreon Darkrai cards near mint right now in TCG Player. They look gorgeous, dude. I wouldn't mind grading a couple myself. I love the art design, especially the promo. LOL, Poopy. Hey, shut up, Derek. Fates Collide Build and Battles for $30. Steam Siege ones are a little more. I mean, yeah, that's a great price. I can tell you that for the Fates Collide one specifically. Can I buy Cosmic on your site right now? No, you can't. If you want me to, I can add them to the site. Actually, hold on. I'll do this off screen. So I will add them to the site. The idea will be we do it this next Sunday, but if I can't get the booster box by then we'll do it the following Sunday when I come back. So, but I will go right now and I will add them to the site. And then how much am I able to buy the booster box from right now? Let's look that up. Cosmic. So Cosmic Eclipse, I can buy Cosmic Eclipse booster box for $5.26 plus shipping on TCG Player. On eBay, what's the cheapest I can buy it for? $4.79. That's not bad, actually. I can buy it for $4.79. Wow, that's actually a pretty good price. Wow, really? $4.79? That is a great price. Well, let's see who's selling it first. Are they a reputable seller? Yeah, Future Ninja. Yeah, I'll buy that right now. And then I will... And then I'll add it to the site as well. Oh, it says the estimated delivery is going to be April 13th through the 18th. I might not make it in time. So we'll probably have to skip this upcoming weekend and we'll do it the following weekend. But I'm gonna buy it for $480. That's just such a good deal to be able to buy a Cosmic Eclipse booster box for that much. I need to answer your guys' questions. I'll add them to the site and then I'll answer your guys' questions. So we'll go products on my Wix site, and then we're gonna go to break stream, and then I know I already have cosmic packs under. So let me do the math here, guys. If I'm buying them for $480, so $480 divided by 36 equals $13 a pack. So if I were to say, or $13.33, so if I say times 36, that'd be $468. I could do probably, what would be 12 times 36? Ooh, I'd get wrecked. So let's do $12.50. Here's what I'll do. For the Cosmic Breaks packs, we'll do $12.50. So I'm basically losing about $30. That's how much I'll be losing. So $12.50, inventory 36. And then the shipping weight is what's it, 1 divided by 16. Also, I apologize. I'm going to answer all your guys' questions because I'm literally doing this right now. So I'm wasting your guys' time on answering questions. Don't worry. I'll get to everyone's questions. All right, just listed the Cosmic Eclipse, so they should be available. So if you do want to purchase the Cosmic Eclipse break packs, if we don't open them this upcoming Sunday, we'll open them up the following Sunday. Just depends when I'm going to be able to get the booster box in time. Obviously, the shipping is kind of what it really comes down to. So I'll try and do good on that with you guys. But as far as it goes, I just listed them at $12.50. I myself am buying it for $480, as I just heard. You guys want to do the math, we can see how much I'm losing just by doing it. $12.50 times 36. So I'm losing about $30 just off the gate. So just trying to make it cheaper for you guys. So if you do want to enter in, just go to just go to our website. And like I said, if we don't do it this upcoming Sunday, we'll do it the following Sunday. But either way, we'll make sure to open the Cosmic Eclipse break packs. All right, now to answer everyone's questions. Can I, for the live break? Yeah, I already answered the question. Hopefully you have better luck. Yeah, I definitely hope you have better luck too this time. Cosmic Eclipse has a really good, is a really good set, has a lot of character rares. So I think you'll get good luck, Derek. Everyone is waiting for that Evolving Skies reprint to unload their bank accounts. Seriously, though, Forrest. That's why I say spend wisely, plenty of product coming. I agree. I realize a good little quick flip to buy the legendary burst from Fossil, then resell as a complete set. People love full sets. I do agree, John. You can host a premium for selling full sets. Tell me about it. If I don't get a Dragonite Altar in the next Netish booster box, I'm done with revolving lives. That's so funny. Hey, I've had... it's either I get an absolute terrible box or I get an amazing box. I've pulled the Umbreon Altar twice. What's up, Spencer? How we doing, brother? Oh my god, dude, we're just about to end the stream, Spencer. I'm really sad you came late. Oh my gosh. Well, thanks for stopping by anyway. I mean, the put Evolution ETBs back in stores. Anything's possible. Oh yeah, that's for sure. Beautiful day here in the USA. Yeah, definitely a beautiful day over where I live. Celebration sealed ETB, $60. Grab them. You can probably find them for $50 somewhere, Tom. Honestly, I think you could definitely find them for $50. If you're talking about 60 ship, that's not bad, but I wouldn't be surprised if you find them 50 ship somewhere. I already know they're going to reprint Team Up and Cosmic ETBs. They're giving people a chance to catch them up on the sale. I don't believe they would do that, Kevin. If they did, I would be stunned. I would love to eat my words, Kevin. I hope you're right, but I don't see them doing it. Thanks for the stream. Appreciate you responding to Ask Messages. Of course, Tyrone. That is kind of my whole thing for those people that are new to the channel. My whole big thing is basically that, you know, like I said before, if there is an opportunity for, me to answer any of your guys' questions on the live stream. I'm going to answer all your guys' questions. It is not for people that just donate. It is for literally everyone. So I'm here to answer your questions. You may disagree, you may agree, and I will always give my personal opinion on it. But of course, understand it is personal opinion. So nothing I say will be right or wrong here at the end of the day. Of course, I try to back everything I say with facts. So that's one thing over another. But yeah, as far as it goes, so we've been going now for the full 2 hours. So I appreciate everyone so much for stopping by. That's all in the questions. As always, if you want to enter into our Cosmic Eclipse break, we're going to be hosting that. Like I said, I'll do a bigger announcement on it, but if we aren't hosting it this upcoming Sunday, then it'll be the following week. Just really depends when I get it. But as always, make sure to leave a like, comment down below, and be subscribed to the YouTube channel if you want to be entered in. Comment on the videos on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Like those videos as well. They'll enter you into our weekly giveaways. Each person, we have 3 winners altogether. Each one of those winners will be receiving 8 Brilliant Star booster packs. So that'll allow you to not only have multiple times to win, but multiple times to enter. So really a lot of opportunity for winning. But yeah, so next video, obviously Friday. I'll let you guys know what we're kind of going to be doing for Sunday. If I don't have a booster box on Sunday for Cosmic, then I might just do kind of a chill and chat stream. Really just depends. Obviously, I'm going to be leaving on Monday for Arizona, so I'll let you guys know ahead of time. But thank you guys all once again so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it.